back on Boond Soch की Talk Train of Thought with a series of an episode with Mr. Gopal Mishra, who's a senior manager with HPCL in ERP. And through his experience of 17 years being in HPCL and also part of in Tata Motors. Sir, welcome back to this episode. Now, in fact, we have covered your earlier episode in terms of understanding what are the fundamental model of a negotiation and also in terms of what are the principle of a negotiation. Now, with your experience at the corporate place, how to win a negotiation? So, can you enlighten our target audience in terms of the game theory and the psychological of a negotiation?
So, first of all, we have to understand that winning is not about somebody else losing. Mm-hmm. So winning is not about power play, although power play is there in a negotiation. Winning is about getting what we want, without irrespective of whether the other person is losing or not. So if we win and the other person loses, that's not really a desired result. Most often we think of winning as this only. If I play a game of cricket, I have to win, the other person has to lose. Yeah. Here, winning a negotiation could be win for both, and that is what we always feel is the best way to win a negotiation. Mm-hmm. Coming to the perspective of
game theory.
Game theory, yeah. So game theory is something is a field of mathematics that gives a lot of insights into what are the options that you have and what are the options that the other person has. Mm-hmm. So game theory also teaches us to be in the shoes of the other person. Mm-hmm. So you mathematically make a model of the situation that you are in. Mm-hmm. What are the options that you have? What are the things that you want? Mm-hmm. And what are the things that the other person wants? Mm-hmm. What are the things that you would like to give? And what are the things that the other person would like to give? Mm-hmm. And more precise you understand the other person, the more precise you can make this model to be. Yeah. Now this has helped a lot in finding out multiple solutions. I'm saying multiple solutions, not the optimal solution, because game theory can give you an optimal solution provided the data that you feed in is very accurate. Mm-hmm. And in case of people, that may not be very accurate. Okay. So we can get multiple good solutions from game theory. Mm-hmm. But then finding out the most workable solution, the best solution, is more of a game of psychology. Mm-hmm. It's more behavioral than mathematical. Okay. So it definitely helps to understand the game theory aspect of it. Coming to the psychology, which you actually touched upon. See, the perspective, every person who is negotiating is ultimately a human being with their own emotions, and emotions play a big part. However, we feel as rational beings. Economics actually believes that we are complete rational beings, but we are not. Our shopping behaviors, our eating behaviors are very different from what we would like to have. Right. If I ask the people here, how many would like to exercise more and eat less? I think 80% would raise their hands, which means that we are not very accurate in terms of being very rational. And this rationality and irrationality being inbuilt, developed by our evolution, plays a lot of role in even the negotiation. So when the other person wants something and doesn't get it, he feels cheated. So even if you win for the first time, the person may not come for the second time. Right. Even if he got a gain and he feels cheated by you, that feeling is strong enough to make him go away from you, which is not the point in winning a negotiation. Correct. So while during a negotiation also, psychology plays a lot of part. If the person is rational, the person could gain some. If the person is gaining something from BATNA, so BATNA actually plays a very important part here. So BATNA is your best alternative to the negotiation. Yes. If the negotiation fails, where you land up in, and the party which has a better BATNA closer to the negotiation, the party that has a worse BATNA has a lower power in the negotiation. The party which has a higher power in the negotiation is one which has a better BATNA. Right. But getting a higher power doesn't necessarily mean that you will be able to win the negotiation, because the other person may be irrational. If you are squeezing him too much, he may run away despite not having a good partner. You can also use this. I mean, I still remember using irrationality for the advantage of negotiation, because if the other person thinks that you will behave rationally, they may squeeze you too much. If the other person has a slight doubt that you may behave irrationally, that even if you have a bad BATNA, you may still run away from the negotiation. The other person will think twice before giving you a very bad choice.
Correct. Sometimes you have to be irrational, in terms of negotiation.
Even if you're not irrational, at least you have to show that you could be irrational. The threat of your irrational behavior may bring the other person to the negotiating table, to a better proposal.
I see. And then how to, many times when the negotiation starts, and if I don't get what I'm looking at, I raise my voice and all So how do you think, what does the voice plays a role in as a negotiation which is concerned
So voice plays a lot of role, because whatever we feel, it appears in our voice. And this actually I learned from a Marwadi friend. So probably they are God gifted in negotiating. So what is very important is that we do not lose respect for the person. Even if we are negotiating, it doesn't mean that even if we do not like the proposal given by the other person, it doesn't mean that we can insult the other person. We can raise our voice, we can show our anger. That anger is our problem. The other person is giving an offer, or maybe not accepting our offer. That is their choice. They're exercising their choice. So if you want that person to accept your offer or to give you a better offer, shouting doesn't help for sure. So you have to have the emotional intelligence for understanding yourself and for understanding the other person. And then voice modulation, do a voice modulation. Keep your voice in a respectful tone. So that the other, even if the negotiation fails, you don't ruin the relationship.
Correct. I think it's a good, great insights what you have given in terms of how to win a negotiation, the game theory and the psychological of a negotiation, which I think beautifully was explained. And then also in terms of voice modulation and again about the BATNA which is there. So thanks a lot for letting our target audience in how to win a negotiation, and I'm sure this content will be helpful for somebody who is part of a negotiation and can win a negotiation at the marketplace. So in fact, if you like this particular episode, go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel, and catch up with Mr. Gopal Mishra on the next episode of ttalk Boond Soch. So thanks a lot for being part of the channel. Thank you very much. Thanks.